Let's ask the expert here on CTV Morning Live. Scott Watson's here from Watson's Pharmacy and Wellness Center with 2 locations now in the Ottawa area. Insomnia, our topic, sleeping issues. We have Karen on the telephone right now. Karen, it's not you that has a sleeping issue, but your son?
That's right. Yeah, no, I sleep like a baby. My son, since he was a teenager, he's had a problem. He sleeps, it's the opposite of what you're talking about, kind of. He sleeps too deeply. His phone used to have an alarm on it that would sound like a submarine diving.
Yeah.
That really loud. And we'd all wake up in the house. The dog would be barking, and he'd be sound asleep, snoring on the couch or on his bed or wherever a teenager falls asleep.
Really? So
now
he has trouble. He has trouble getting up.
Oh, he has trouble getting up, and he's 28. And the house could burn down around him. He'd still be asleep. It's very scary for me as a mom.
Right.
And it's very difficult for him. He hates it. He doesn't know how to deal with this because he'll have 3 alarms going off.
And still nothing.
And he's still sleeping.
Really?
Yeah, and we're banging on the floor before he's moving out into his own house. We were banging on the floor. The dog was, it's crazy. Everybody was awake, and he was snoring away on the couch or on his bed.
Yeah.
Wherever, like I said, wherever young people.
And he's 28 years old?
28, and he's still not getting up.
You got to roll him off your couch there, Karen.
No. Well, you know the Italians, they stay home pretty much till they're married. But no, he's moving out this weekend. Champagne is chilling.
That's an interesting
scenario. And I think, I don't know of any products that I can recommend just to help people wake up. It's usually, but it is a neurochemistry issue. It's just, like I was saying, that teeter-totter of activity that happens in our brain, that the neurochemistry that's keeping him asleep is just very strong for your son, it sounds like. So
right.
I think
you should see a doctor about that.
I believe you should. There are sleep specialists, and I've spoken to many, and we've done some work with them.
Isn't there a very good sleep clinic here in town?
Absolutely.
Too, right? And
absolutely.
They do the overnight testing, like watching you sleep
absolutely.
and testing things.
So I think it would be a good thing to go on to that. I don't know of anything that I can give you over the counter to try, but I do urge you to follow up and try to get to one of those sleep clinics, because it sounds to me like we got to address the chemistry there.
Yeah, something going on there.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a couple more questions, lots of questions on this topic, as you would expect today. Here's Joanne. She says, are there any dangers with taking melatonin?
You know what? Basically what I tell is there are dangers with everything that we are ingesting. So we just got to make sure that the dose is right. And the melatonin has been studied quite a bit, and there are dosing guidelines for children, adults. So I just talked to a pharmacist, come into one of our locations, we can tell you the guidelines to follow, and I think we'd stick to that. Basically, melatonin is just one of our body has melatonin in it, and we're just trying to supplement that. It's possible you might need more, but taking too much more, it's probably not necessary, and it could be harmful. So I do say stick to the guidelines.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think we have one more email or Facebook question that's coming up right now on the topic. And we've had some good questions, by the way, about sleep issues and insomnia. I can't imagine that. It's got to be a hard thing to deal with. I'm lucky in this line of work, I fall asleep immediately, but not everybody can do that. I'm in my early 30s, was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm now on tamoxifen. Is there anything safe out there to get me to go and stay asleep? So she's having, obviously, trouble sleeping.
Absolutely, and bless these people, hey? It's what they have to go through.
It's a tough road.
Tough road. So, I mean, it's not hard to imagine that she would have trouble sleeping. And there are, I think we can try these types of things. Melatonin seems to be really quite safe. Magnesium seems to be quite safe. If they want to try some things over the counter, I think those would be the 2 that I might try.
Right.
But definitely working with your doctor, because it's this whole, that stress in our brain coming awake. I think their doctors can help these patients. Yeah. And just to help them get that sleep. And sleep is such a great thing. It gives you that perspective. You can get up the next day and so do work with your doctor, and I think it can help your life a lot.
Sleep is one of those valuable commodities, know, that we have to make sure we get a certain amount of it, and good quality.
Yes.
That's another issue, right, that people run into. It's not getting to sleep or staying asleep, it's the quality of the sleep they have.
That's right.
And sometimes that is a problem for people as well. Lots of options, so a chat with you as a pharmacist is step number 1, maybe, and then move on if the issues are warranted to go to your doctor, and then you can work hand in hand with doctors, right, to
Correct.
come up with the right formula for success.
Yeah.
You can find Watson's Pharmacy on Main, also on Wellington now, with a
Main
second
and
location.
Second location on Wellington.
That's
Wellington
nice.
West. Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thanks, Kurt.
I have to come down and visit both of them now. We'll see you next time, Scott. Thanks very
Sounds
much for
great.
coming. That's Ask the Expert with Scott Watson at Watson's Pharmacy and Wellness Center. WatsonsPharma.com is an excellent website to go visit. Take a break. Jordan Knight is in the house. Jordan Knight, he of New Kids on the Block, one of Scott's favorite bands. We'll talk to Jordan coming up right after this.